Rich Men, Rich Men North of Richmond by Oliver Anthony was amazing. And I personally am a Dax fan. Love Dax. Love his messages. Love what he stands for. Love what he advocates for. Guys and gentlemen, guys at class act. I love it. So I think it would be a disservice not to get into this. Released 5 hours ago, we got a Dax remix of Oliver Anthony's Rich Men North of Richmond. We gotta check that out. Make sure it's top tier. So without further ado, y'all, Mr. Independent Man himself, a part of Independent Mount Rushmore, Dax, Oliver Anthony, Rich Men North of Richmond remix. United we stand, divided we fall. Facts.
What the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an whole soul. The rich men know the rich men, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control.
This world has changed and I had to accept it. They ask my political views while I search for their hidden agendas. I don't got an answer.
I felt that line. They ask for my political views while I'm sitting here just searching for their hidden agenda. And I love how he has both the flags in the back. Beautiful. Unity is beautiful.
This world has changed and I had to accept it. They ask my political views while I search for their hidden agendas. I don't got an answer, I try to remember the devil divides. Pressure appears from our peers. Those arguments waste our time while helping to push their lies, so fuck political views. I got common sense. I know God made man.
Yes, Dax. Fuck political views. At this point, I just got common sense. It ain't hard to be a decent human fucking being. To give a fuck. Maybe it's me being an empath. Bro, this song already, he's already hitting it on the nail.
Hidden agendas. I don't got an answer, I try to remember the devil divides. Pressure appears from our peers. Those arguments waste our time while helping to push their lies, so fuck political views.
Yes.
I got common sense. I know God made man, and the sun sets on a life where we focus on things that we cannot control and accumulate so much regret. By the time we decide to live, we're practically already dead, so I go to sleep with the thought.
By the time we decide to live, we're practically already dead. Because of all the things, the hidden things we're doing, unfortunately, that pushes the hidden agenda. Like, I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh, even when someone as myself that I would categorize that, like, I wouldn't say woke, that word has been so overused, but who is awake, continually waking up, we're not perfect. You know, consumerism is still a thing in America and almost anywhere. So you still play into their games, but sometimes some things they've made it to where we're backed in a corner and we have no choice but to play into their games. Like grocery stores and food, like shit's cloned or pumped with a whole bunch of bullshit and hormones, and they wonder why the kids are getting sicker and fucked up and shit. But we have other countries who laugh at us because their food is 10 times better and natural. Like they come over here and they're like, what the fuck? All I'm saying is that hidden agenda, Dax knows.
I got common sense. I know God made man, and the sun sets on a life where we focus on things that we cannot control and accumulate so much regret. By the time we decide to live, we're practically already dead, so I go to sleep with the thoughts of 45 years living in debt, 45 years can't pay rent, 45 years just for a pension. I'm too old to enjoy and go spend 45 years working and slaving for rich men with no time for my family and friends. Then I wake up and pray that it ends.
Bro, he just talked about 9 to 5s. 9 to 5s, how and it's not bashing anyone who has a job a 9 to 5. This is technically my 9 to 5. I as a content creator, I put 8 hours or more in a day of this, not to count editing, as far as doing Canva, as far as doing thumbnails or making certain things into clips. But anyway, he just explained like how long you had to be at a job, pretty much 45 to 50 years on a job of paying rent, still not owning the property, because sometimes how to own a property and do things aren't taught to people. Not everybody is on the same education level in the real world, because half of these schools, most of these schools, high school education systems and stuff, don't get any of us ready for the real world. Besides, hey, it's your senior year, apply for a college in your free period. We're making you make a difference. Fuck that. He just said 45 years of paying rent, 45 years of pretty much hard work and like modern day slavery, working to make the rich man north of Richmond rich as hell. 45 years to get a pension. And now I'm too old to even go out and enjoy life and do anything with it. Sacrifice friends and family, spending time with them, things that are important. And the next thing you know, you're like, where has my life went? My life just flashed before me. But they don't give a fuck, because as your life just pretty much got stolen from you, from the elites and their schemes, their pockets got fatter in that 45 years. Yo, Dax, he be speaking.
Why go to sleep with the thoughts of 45 years living in debt, 45 years can't pay rent, 45 years just for a pension. I'm too old to enjoy and go spend 45 years working and slaving for rich men with no time for my family and friends. Then I'll wake up and pray that it ends.
Living in the new world with an whole soul. The rich men
see?
know the rich men, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control.
Hey, this is beautiful. This is dope.
Descendants of Adam and Eve, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Ooh.
They're taking God out the schools. Our kids don't know what to believe. From 6 to 18, the curriculum fails and Gen Z gets taught by...
I just said that. Let's go, Dax. Talk to him and say it louder for the people in the back who can't hear you. It's time for your eyes to stop being open wide shut. It's time for it. It's time for you to take off that veil.
Don't know what to believe. From 6 to 18, the curriculum fails and Gen Z gets taught by their phones with forced feeds that get sponsored and paid by companies. That's how they attack us. It starts with the youth. If you lie enough, you'll convince anybody the lie's the truth. So telling these kids they can choose their own gender at ages they can't even tie their own shoes. Drive or drink is crazy. Common sense isn't common unless it pays me. That's the thought process daily. Look at the content we're creating, lies diluting our brains. I'm done trying to argue online with these people who think that a vote's gonna bring about change. How many presidents does it take to have a life worth living? An actual comfortable wage. No more school shootings. Let's unite these states.
That's a part of some of the realest shit I've ever heard someone say. The backlash he's going to get from the elites and just from, unfortunately, ignorant haters and sheeps. Because he just said some real shit. Like, all that was just like, it was like a plea for, like, a cry for help. Like, wake up, everybody. Wake up, everybody. Look what's going on. Look what's going on with our world. This is what we need right now in music. Artists not bashing anyone for a belief or what they want to do, but just sick and tired of the division and just want to come together. Like, pretty much, if we want change, we have to start changing, or it's not going to get better.
Creating lies, diluting our brains. I'm done trying to argue online with these people.
They make right is wrong now, wrong is right, lies are truth are lies. Like Tom said, conspiracy theories now is just Facts. All the shit back in the day, our conspiracy theory friends or our parents' friends who was talking about that shit, and now the government just comes out with it like it's just butter. It's just like, oh yeah, this was true, and we're just sitting here like, oh, I knew it. Like the secrets, the lies, the propaganda they push. You know, it's funny. I'm gonna say something to y'all. This gonna be funny. I have a friend over in Saudi Arabia, and he said, he kind of said, like kind of asked. He was like, "Oh yeah," he was like, "When did the United States move from democracy to communism?" And he was being so serious. He was being dead ass. Because someone like me, if I'm friends with somebody from Saudi Arabia, I want to read about your culture, read about what you got going on. Same for him. We wanted to know about each other. And when he asked, when did America move from a democracy to communism, that fucking hit me. Because I was just like, my air fryer went off. I'll be right back. like man, like Dax is just, I love the truth he's speaking right now.
Look at the content we're creating, lies diluting our brains. I'm done trying to argue online with these people who think that a vote's gonna bring about change. How many presidents does it take to have a life worth living? An actual comfortable wage.
Yep.
No more school shootings. Let's unite these states.
It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an old soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just want to have total control.
Like Dax is just like, it should be enough. When can everybody just get along? Like an affordable wage, people being able to enjoy life. Nowadays, you got people chasing the dollar just to go on vacation, chasing the dollar just to feel any type of decompression from life, chasing brands, chasing friends. Like the materialism, shallowness just has to go. It just has to go. And I obviously don't care. I kind of know what I can and cannot say on YouTube, but I'm to the point where it's like I get thousands of positive comments a day on reactions, and if not thousands or more of negative comments. It just fuels me. It fuels me to keep going and be better, because me personally, I'm not a rapper, I'm not a singer. That, you know, childhood accident happened to me on my vocal cords, so I couldn't do that. I was a dancer, but then life hit me. I've been a dad since 21. So I always told myself, I don't want to be like a talent scouter or whatever, but I want to share everybody's uniqueness, everybody's beauty. But I want to share it through one thing in life that kept me sane, which was music. Being a dancer, being in music, that's what kept me sane. And then the older I get and the more I understand, I just want to spread positivity. I needed to hear this because it makes me understand and feel better, honestly, that I'm not off my rocker. He's saying stuff that I think about, I talk to my friends about, that we talk about. So me personally, that was a duo, that was a mashup on a song that I feel like we needed. Dax did that. That was amazing. That gets my top tier seal of approval right there. Period, point blank. Argue with your mama, but not me.